All right, it's Andrew Leeds ready to start the ball in motion, and there she goes. I might also point out, David, a couple of the results so far in the Winfield Cup over this weekend in this round have certainly given the Broncos a little bit more to aim for.
It certainly has, Bill. The Gold Coast with their win on Friday night was a good one for them, and also Manly drawing with Balmain yesterday. Brisbane still with a slight hope of getting into third spot with a couple of other results to go their way.
I think he means business today, the Emperor. Jackson puts it up nice and high. Good kick. Going up his leads. The ball goes in all sorts of places. Who comes away with it? A penalty to the Broncos.
Parramatta offside in front of the last man to touch the ball. Woods it was who picked up the ball. Really had no option in that circumstance.
On his way in. The kick is there. It's there. And so the Broncos have an early lead at Lang Park. It is 2 points to 0.
So already these very warm conditions taking their toll on the players. First receiver is Madison. The gap open. Madison up over halfway. Where's the support? Looming up is Chris Johns. In fact, it's Hancock. Hancock in the clear. Hancock for the try line. Hancock will score. A great Broncos try. 6-0 to the Broncos. Put it down to Terry Madison, and great support work by Hancock.
Beautiful work from Terry Madison. He went through the line nicely by a step off the left foot. Always a good tactic to step out of a ruck. Now watch this, he ran into the ruck and stepped back out again. Wrong-footed the defence. Gary French was taken out of play. That's why it was so long for a support player to get to him. Madison drew the fullback. Michael Hancock in beautiful support. Gets rid of Ericsson.
As Billy mentioned earlier, 90 points going into this match, 92 so far for the season. Will it be 94? He struck it well. It looks good. It's 8-0 to the Broncos. Madison 2 from 2.
So now back it goes the other way. That's Craig Izzard who touched the ball on that occasion. Here's Kenny on the way. He's up over the quarter line. Curry coming at him. He gets away from Curry. He's in. There's the first Parramatta try. The Broncos lead by 8 points to 4.
Brett Kenny's 9th try for the season, and Parramatta have been putting on a couple of good little set plays in and around the ruck. It was Jason Bell who went across the back of the ruck on this occasion. Looked out for Kenny. And have a look at this.
So now it's Andrew Leeds attempting to convert the try. Shouldn't have any trouble. There it goes. So that makes it a much closer ball game now. The Broncos with a 2-point advantage over Parramatta as play comes back onto the halfway mark.
He seemed to have handled the pressure, although he's paced himself well, David.
He has, which is the way Gino's got to do it too. He's an explosive type player.
Now Madison tries to straighten it up. Got to halfway, got it to Canescu. Turned it back to Lewis. Nowhere to go. Chris Johns called for it. Backing up is Lewis again. Beautiful play back for Tronk. Great support play. This is great stuff by the Broncos. And Woods comes to effect the final tackle. Now they're thin, out wide, and very much offside Parramatta. Bacco running wide. Got it to Plowman. Can they stop Brett Plowman? No, they can't. Great try to the Broncos. Fabulous finishing by Brett Plowman. Just 3 minutes before half-time.
Well, it deserved the try. The passage of play before that play, the ball was brilliant. A number of about 10 passes to interchange to really search out Parramatta. And then, as David Fordham said, Parramatta were thin out wide, but so were the Broncos. Big Sam was out here.
So Terry Madison, the picture of concentration, 100% kicking record so far today with his 2 kicks so far. He's kicked it. No, it's a cross. It just misses the left-hand upright. And so it's 12-6. Tony Durkin on the touchline.
He's holding up pretty well. At this stage, he's played 48 minutes of this match. French, long one, gets it out to Jackson. Jackson over the top. Michael Hancock for the corner. He's in. Broncos try. They have a lead of 16 points to 6.
Brisbane had stacked that blind side. Peter Jackson shows once again the ability that he's got to stand in tackles. Brisbane have got 2 of the best finishers in the game.
There is a change in Parramatta. We'll get that one shortly. There's an idea of what the kick is like. Madison's on his way, but it's way to the right-hand side of the uprights. So the score remains Broncos leading Parramatta by 16 to 6. I think the thing coming out of it, David, that gives them a total attendance now at matches this year of 329,989.
Tremendous stuff, that. And they've also drawn so well on the road too, Bill.
Yeah, I think their away matches 146,000.
And this one from directly in front, and a chance to bring Parramatta to within 8 points of the Broncos lead. There he goes. He's got the height, the distance. It's gone straight over the black dot, and Parramatta bring up their 8th point. It's 16 points to 8 in favour of the Brisbane Broncos.
Yes, that was one that Bennett would have been hoping for, and he played quite well also, Gene Miles. He wasn't an 80-minute performer by any means, or he wasn't in there involved every minute of the time, but certainly what he did well. He controlled his hands well. and he's going to be a very important cog as the Broncos head toward the finals.
So the comeback, the first game since the match against Canterbury in round 14, so it's been 7 weeks since the Broncos have had the services of Gene Miles.
One of the big things too, Ford, is the Broncos have looked better over the last 3 weeks. They've got better and better on each street.
Well, another improved performance today and a vital 2 points on the Winfield Cup. It takes that tally to 26 points with the 1 round remaining next week against North Sydney. Wayne Bennett breathes a sigh of relief. They've done their work today. They've scored 3 tries to 1. Tries to Hancock in the 18th and 49th minute, a try to Brett Plowman in the 37th, and Terry Madison took his season haul to 94 with 2 goals from 4 attempts. For Parramatta, a try by Brett Kenny in the 22nd minute, 2 goals from 3 attempts for Andrew Leeds. Half-time, the Broncos led by 12 points to 6. They've run out winners by 16 points to 8.